My almost 2-decade-year-long career started in the heart of the classroom. I started out as a high school history teacher who worked my way up through school administration and ultimately became the founding principal of the top-performing charter high school in one of the largest districts in the nation. But today I stand in front of you as the co-founder of an AI platform that is designed to streamline lesson planning for teachers and provide a very personalized learning experience for students, but with a special focus on students who need special accommodations. Today, we are here to redefine learning for the next generation. So I thought it would only make sense to take a quick trip down memory lane and review some of the most innovative technologies of the past. So we're going to start out with Generation X. How many of you remember the excitement that you would feel when you saw that TV cart being rolled into your classroom on movie day? I can remember too. Or in math class, your teacher was sitting at that overhead projector, working through math problems, and occasionally using her elbow to erase the answers, right? So these were exciting first education technologies. And what was really, really unique is that it blended traditional learning with the power of imagery. So moving on to our millennials. I'm a millennial here, so I'm a little biased. I feel like we've seen a lot. Millennials were the first to see computer labs in schools. And I distinctly remember sitting in the classroom, hearing the sound of that dial-up internet, while I waited to be connected to the World Wide Web. No clue what that meant, but it was exciting. And now we have Generation Z. And this was actually the peak of my personal teaching career. And we saw things like interactive whiteboards and personal devices, which we were now able to provide teachers and students with feedback faster than ever before. And currently, we have Generation Alpha. These young visionaries amongst us are required to navigate both the augmented and virtual realities, all while competing on the robotics teams. Now, in all seriousness, this group of students introduced us to STEM-based learning and really made critical thinking the core of our focus of our schools. So you can see that a lot has changed over time. And we have to ask ourselves, what is next for Generation Beta? And I want to give you a little bit of context here. All of the images here from now on were all generated by AI just to symbolize the power that AI has. So here I am, the AI-generated version of myself, sitting at my computer, surrounded by technology, asking myself, how would I redefine learning for the next generation? And fast forwarding to present day, where I am the co-founder of an AI platform, it only made sense that today I would focus on the power of AI. In fact, that's what I do every single day. I oversee the development of an AI tool that's going to help revolutionize teaching and learning for students. But I found myself having a difficult time committing to that story. And it was because I felt that by focusing on a single technology, we were missing a core part of the learning and teaching process. And I went down this reflection of my past. So as a student, I loved school. And the problem with it is I wasn't always great at school. I grew up with a single mom who worked multiple jobs and really honestly worked her butt off to make ends meet. She wasn't really always there to help me. And there were teachers in my life that were there to motivate me and inspire me and to let me know that ultimately just trying my best was all that mattered. I'm the first person still to this day to have gone to college, let alone get a master's degree. So when I reflected on my past, I thought to myself, what motivated me to be an educator? And it was ultimately those teachers that inspired me and kept me going. And I went on to graduate, get my master's degree, became a teacher, and so on, founded a school. And I think to myself that the reason why I had a difficult time focusing on AI today is the fact that it didn't focus on the power of the teacher, who is the heart of the classroom. So fast forwarding to today, I, in no doubt, believe that AI will be a game changer, and I'm going to tell you how AI will impact the next generation. AI will give every single teacher a highly qualified teaching assistant that will help them create lesson plans, grade, and automate tasks that they spend hours and hours on. AI will give students the smartest tutor they could imagine at their fingertips. AI is going to help our English language learners and our special education students in ways we thought we would never imagined. I know this because I live it every single day. But let me tell you what AI can't do. AI can't be that teacher who brings the snacks to school because she notices the student doesn't have lunch. AI can't be the teacher that hugs the student in the morning because she can just tell they had a really rough start. And AI can't be the teacher that says, you've got this during the big test. So going back to the question today is, how do we redefine learning for the next generation? I don't think we do. I think at its core, teaching and learning is significantly human. And just like the overhead projector, just like the computer lab, just like the smart boards and the personal devices and augmented reality have all changed the learning processes. At its core, the most important part of the classroom is the teacher. Make it or break it, the teacher. For this final question, how do we redefine the learning for the next generation? This next generation is going to grow up in a world where they have the tutor, the teacher has the assistant, and that is going to be the norm. I always find it mind-blowing. Today, I have a 5-year-old, and he is never going to know a world without being able to ask Alexa anything at any moment. So this next generation is not going to know a world any different than what I just described. But the teachers will now have AI as a tool, just as they did with all of the technologies of the past, to support what they do best: inspire, motivate, and nurture the next generation of students. Thank you.